Here's a really important thing is that, you know, a lot of this isn't possible without us standing on the shoulders of giants. And we have two giants here, former park superintendents. Jesse Cox, where are you, Jesse? There you are, one giant, and Wally Sherry. Wally, there you go. Outstanding former park superintendents here, park employees, and then of course Monte's following in their footsteps. Just to let you know, our trails are built for the improvement of quality of life for the millions of visitors to Arkansas State Parks. This last year, between 2019 and 2020, we had approximately 1 million more visitors in our parks than pre-pandemic. So people love our parks. Parks are healthy places to go. As one man put it to me one day as I was at Pinnacle Mountain State Park, he told me that trails are life. And that isn't true for so many of us. Trails are life, and they give us life. Trails are built for an exceptional outdoor experience that will impact generations of park users. The Monument Trail system is designed to be an integral part of the park experience. They are built to be sustainable for all hikers, runners, and mountain bikers at any skill level. Monument Trails continue to build on the legacy of the Civilian Conservation Corps and the impact their work has had on our park system since the 1930s. This continues that tradition. Devil's Den State Park Monument Trail is the best example of this trail building craft continuing through the Monument Trails. With these trails being built in parks, we are committed to preserving them forever. We are in the forever business, making them available to bikers, hikers, and runners, allowing them to experience some of the most iconic areas of what Arkansas State Parks has to offer. With the incredible partnership with the Walton Family Foundation and the Arkansas Parks and Recreation Foundation, we are able to offer to millions of park users some of the best mountain bike trails in the nation and possibly the world. Because we're striving for world dominance. Is that right, Gary? There you go. The work and combination of this partnership is impacting local economies, statewide tourism dollars, and establishing each monument trail as a destination for people to travel to. It is a good day to bring the Monument Trail system to the birthplace of Arkansas mountain biking, Devil's Den State Park. Let me introduce Gary Vernon, no stranger to probably anybody here. Gary has been working hand in hand with us for the past several years and one of the forces behind the Monument Trail system. So Gary Vernon from the Walton Family Foundation.
We are so lucky to have Grady Spann as our state park director. Let's give him a big hand. The Monument Trail program would not happen without Grady Spann. That's a fact. I do want to appreciate our trail builders. Do we have any rogue trail builders here? Raise your hand if you're a rogue trail builder. And Rock Solid. I saw Aaron Rogers pull in. Any other Rock Solid guys? Now, these are the magicians, the artists who have made this trail happen. And there's a big story here about this trail, but and I'll tell a little bit of it. But the magic that happened over the past months, you're going to see today for the first time. And I'm excited. I haven't seen all the trail myself. But definitely want to also appreciate OORC. Any OORC folks here in the crowd? Ozark Off-Road Cyclists have taken really good care of Devil's Den for decades. They were around before this whole mountain bike movement began in Northwest Arkansas. They've been here. And I also want to thank Tom and Stuart Walton for going big with state parks. But the story of Devil's Den started long before the Walton Family Foundation got into the trail building business. And, you know, Wally was telling me this story just a few weeks ago, but he and Tim Scott, Wally Sherry, the park director here at Devil's Den back in the 80s, had an idea to program state parks. They were trying to find some ways to add more programming to the park. And Wally and Tim had this crazy idea about going out to Devil's Den and seeing what this mountain bike festival is all about and see if they could do something like that here. So Wally, you went and asked your boss at the time, and I think you were surprised when he said, yeah, do it. So Wally and Tim loaded up. I think, Tim, this was your bike?
That's it.
This was the bike that Tim Scott took to Crested Butte back in the 80s. And they played Crested Butte mountain bike hippies for a week and brought back some really fun ideas on how to have a mountain bike festival. So, you know, this was back, was it 88 the first mountain bike festival, Tim? 89 was the first mountain bike festival. And I had heard about Devil's Den in the 90s, early 90s when I was mountain biking, and from a buddy of mine who's actually here, Flip Kimberg. Flip, where are you? Raise your hand. Flip Kimberg had a bike shop in Pittsburgh, and he actually helped Tim Scott put on the mountain bike festival, and I think you helped for 16 years running the trials event and other things. But Flip kept talking about Devil's Den, so I got to come down here and check that out. So a lot of history here, and I mean, we really owe our debt of gratitude to Tim and Wally. Let's give them a big hand. Now, fast forward to 2015, and there was a mountain bike movement started in Northwest Arkansas, and the Oz Trails brand was developed, and we had this website, Tim, that had some of the key trails in Northwest Arkansas that you need to have as a destination. And well, Devil's Den had 6 miles of trail, and it just didn't meet the criteria to be a destination trail. So I had to pick up the phone and call Tim Scott and say, Tim, we're rolling out this brand, and we're going to have a website, but Devil's Den is not going to make the list. But we promise you we'll come back and do something special. And I'm proud to say today that we've got something special, and we kept our word, Tim Scott. But about that same time in 2015, that's when Grady Spann became the state park superintendent, or the state park director for the state of Arkansas. And I'll give it to Grady. He really quickly got it. That mountain biking is good for the economy. It's good for health and wellness. It's good for state parks. He truly became a beginner. And the Parks and Recreation Foundation was formed, and somehow we found Suzanne Grobmyer and Amber Brown, the 2 powerhouse women that are making these monument trails happen around the state. Let's give them a hand. You know, the mountain bike movement is really on a roll in Arkansas, and the nation and the world are looking at us, and they're amazed. You know, we're all benefiting from the trails in the state. Our kids are becoming more active. They're getting off their phones, their video games. The adults are getting outside and riding bikes. You know, with the access to trails in Northwest Arkansas, the economy's benefiting. And, you know, really just Arkansas has become a destination for cycling. So Arkansas is now known, and the world knows this, as a place to come for world-class cycling in general. So what started as a bold idea has now, you know, to try something new in state parks has now evolved into something very special, and we're all blessed to be part of it. Thank you. Now let me introduce Suzanne Grobmyer, our State Parks Foundation Executive Director.
The short one up here. All right. I stand here a little nostalgic about being at Devil's Den. I spent a lot of my childhood here, and so to be back here in a new capacity, it's quite an honor. So I want to start by recognizing a lot of the people that make this happen, and I would like to start with Amber Brown, who has taken this project and made it what it is today. So what you see out there is what she's working day in, day out with the trail builders to make happen. And so I'd like to start by thanking her. Secondly, I want to thank a few people who are here today who stand behind Amber and myself and support us every day, and they work really hard. Probably harder than they signed up for. So I want to thank Jim Schamberger, the chair of our board. I'd also like to thank Craig Seuss, the vice chair of our board. And Ed Nicholson, treasurer, very important. Brian Day and Jane Rogers are also on our board. They couldn't be here today, but I'd like to thank them as well. I'd also like to thank our partners at the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, Secretary Stacy Hurst and State Parks Director Grady Spann. We appreciate your willingness to bring monument trails to state parks and champion our work. It's no small feat. And to the Walton Family Foundation, your leadership and vision what make this possible, and your generosity is transformational. He couldn't be here with us today, but Jeremy Pate is our program officer for this project, as well as Gary Vernon. They push us to go big, and each project go a little bit bigger. And they cheer us on along the way, so I want to say thank you. We worked with some really great people to design and build this concept that you're going to get to experience today. And I'd like to say a few of them are in the crowd. Not everyone's here today. We worked with Progressive Trails and Road Trails to design a lot of what you see today, as well as Rock Solid. And so Phil Penny with Road Trails and Aaron Rogers with Rock Solid, we are very proud to work with you, and we appreciate your work and your team's work. And it's very evident in these projects what has been built. It's great, so thank y'all. I want to be brief, but I can't help but call out this moment because it's significant. What we have in this partnership is the single largest trail expansion since the CCC built much of Arkansas State Parks trails and their system itself. The vision for the partnership is that we're building monumental trail that is built to inspire pride in our state, give visitors extraordinary outdoor experiences, and be a beacon for tourism. Our foundation set up to pick up the baton of the CCC and run towards the future of parks and recreation in our state. We've come a long way since this endeavor started, but it comes back to that mission and to this meeting of a moment here. Devil's Den State Park is one of the most legendary parks in the system, but more than that, it's a starting point for mountain biking in our state. And through this partnership, we've had the opportunity to combine history with forward-thinking trail that goes to new places and gives people one heck of an adventure. So this time we live in is special. And for the youth and generations that follow, we hope that we get to be here and we can experience those smiles exploring these trails for years to come. The collection of monument trails together makes up one of the most diverse trail systems in Arkansas, and that says a lot in this state. Individually, each trail system is a personality, each a destination, each worth a trip, and I invite you to visit them all. Thank you.
Okay, I'll be brief because I know everybody's trying to get out on the trail today. I'm going to go back just a little bit to 1988. Wally Sherry and Tim Scott did go to Crested Butte and they learned some things. But Wally has a memo he wrote. I'm going to read you a quote from it. It said, "Mountain biking is one of the fastest growing outdoor recreation sports, and we have noticed a marked increase of mountain bike users here at Devil's Den. Mountain biking is becoming popular in Arkansas, and Devil's Den State Park could become one of the most popular mountain bike destinations in this state. And for this region of the country, by promoting and presenting special events that are centered around the use of mountain bikes." 1988, Wally had the vision of what we're seeing today. That's when he was trying to go to Crested Butte. And then when they got back and we had the first mountain bike event, Tim Scott has another letter he wrote, and here's his quote. "The question is, do we want to invite these folks to actively seek their business or to wait until they appear in great numbers? No matter which route we take, they're going to come, and you're here today. This is assuming that this fad does not pass Arkansas altogether, which I feel it will not." What a visionary. In fact, the whole park system should be prepared, and we are, and we're here today to dedicate this trail. Now, we've all heard that Tim and Wally built this trail. That may not be the truth, Everybody forgets that Jesse Cox was here to help build this trail. Now, according to Jesse, that by the time this trail building started, Tim took a vacation to Costa Rica for 2 weeks. We can neither confirm nor deny that, but the vision of Wally, and the vision of Tim, and the persistence of them starting the mountain bike events here at Devil's Den has culminated into what we're doing today, which is dedicating this trail. We thank you for coming, and we're going to unveil the sign in just a moment. All right, you ready?
Go side there. You go.
Okay.
Go ahead and unveil the new sign.
Ready?
Go.